The 13.2mm Hotchkiss machine gun was a heavy machine gun designed and manufactured by Hotchkiss ETCIE from the late 1920s until World War II, when it saw service with various nations' forces, including Japan, where the gun was built under license. Development. In the late 1920s, Hotchkiss proposed a range of anti-aircraft automatic weapons in the 13.2, 25, and 37mm calibers. They were all based on the same type of gas-operated action. The 8mm MLE 1914 machine gun had proven extremely reliable during World War I and was still in service. Hotchkiss also advertised the 13.2mm machine gun as an infantry weapon that could be fitted on conventional tripods and be used against light armor. French infantry commanders that had expressed interest in acquiring light anti-aircraft guns refused to accept the 13.2mm. They argued that those heavy bullets falling down could be dangerous to friendly troops, and went to larger calibers where self-destructing shells were available. But the 13.2mm Hotchkiss saw extensive use as a naval gun, and was also chosen by the French cavalry for some of its armored vehicles. Service. As a ground-based anti-aircraft weapon, the French Air Force used a twin mounting on a tripod carriage, designated as mitrailleuse de 13,2mm CAMLE 1930, for close-range defense of its airfields and other strategic places. As a naval weapon. Early in World War II, the French and Japanese navies were using twin and quadruple mountings on many of their warships. French warships that were refitted in the United States in 1943, such as the battleship Richelieu or the destroyer Terrible, had their 13.2mm machine guns replaced by more efficient Oerlikon 20mm cannons. The Spanish Navy bought this weapon in December 1935 and used it during the Civil War, where it was mounted in several Republican Navy destroyers and cruisers. The Pirotechnia Milita Army Ammunition Plant, Sevilla, produced its cartridges after 1939. In Italy, the Società Italiana Ernesto Breda bought a production license in 1929 and manufactured the gun as the Breda Mod. 31 from 1931 onwards, to be used on board Royal Italian Navy armed trains, on CV-33 light tanks sold to Brazil, and on the command tanks of the Royal Italian Army. After World War II it was used on the patrol boats of the Guardia di Finanza naval service. As a ground weapon, the 13.2mm Hotchkiss was used on the Belgian T-15, a combat vehicle, and the French AMR-35, light tanks, as well as the AMD Lafley 80AM armored car, and on fortifications. The Japanese mounted license-produced version of the gun on a number of Type 92 heavy armored cars which had initially been armed with only a pair of 6.5mm machine guns. Self-propelled mountings. Several self-propelled anti-aircraft combinations were tested in the 1930s with Citroën Kégresse or Berliet chassis, but none was mass-manufactured. The Free French used field-modified self-propelled mountings, with guns recovered from French ships, in Northeast Africa in 1942. Users: Belgium, France, Greece, Italy, as licensed build Breda Model 1931 machine gun. Israel, Japan, Poland, Romania, Spain. Type heavy machine gun. Place of origin France. Service history. Used by sea users. Wars: Second World War. Production history. Manufacturer Hotchkiss. Specifications. Weight 37.5 kilograms, 83 pounds. Single gun, stripped. Length 1.67 meters, 5 feet 6 in. Barrel length 1 meter, 3 feet 3 in. Cartridge 13.2 x 96 mm. Caliber 13.2 mm. Action gas. Rate of fire 450 rounds/min, cyclic. Muzzle velocity 800 m/s, 2625 feet/s. Feed system 30 round box magazine.
Please subscribe and thanks for watching.